My first year on the road, I drove everywhere. That was almost 10 years ago. And there's one road that has stuck with me all these years, and I've never been back, partly because I didn't know exactly where it was. But I remember driving that road thinking there's gotta be some great camping out here. So today, I am on a mission to find that road and to camp in that magical place.
There ain't nobody gonna do it for you. You got to find your own.
First year, pretty sure it was my first year, maybe my second year on the road, I camped out there, way on the other side of the lake, the dry lake bed. I'll put the video up here. You guys can check it out if you want, and in the video description I'll put it. And that, I mean, there was like a tiny patch of solar back then, and now there's hardly, I don't know, half of the lake maybe left, if that. The rest is covered in solar. And I've just seen it, I see it grow every year. Wait, you see, oh, I can actually see way on the other side where I camped is covered in solar. Way out. Searchlight, Nevada was founded in 1897 as a booming gold mining camp. There are a couple different origin stories to its name, but the one that has really stuck is that it was ironically named Searchlight because one founder claimed it would take a searchlight to find gold anywhere in the area. And just as luck would have it, just a couple days later, he found a major gold deposit. In its boom days, the Santa Fe Railroad serviced the town, but after a massive flash flood destroyed the tracks, they never rebuilt it. It also has roots in prostitution. Of course, where there are miners, there was prostitution. In Nevada, it is still legal. And in the early 1900s, Searchlight was a rough and tumble mining camp famous for the legal brothels. Ago, again, my first year or two out on the road, I was just out exploring roads all over the place, and I drove a road that I still remember to this day. Felt very, very remote, and it was just lined for miles and miles with Joshua trees, and I haven't been on that road since. The wind was not supposed to be this bad today. It's hitting me broadside from the west, or from the north. Heading west. But anyway, I had no idea where it was. I couldn't remember. So I asked Chat GPT, and it thought maybe it was the this Joshua Tree Highway. I'm skeptical, but we'll see. We'll see. There's a camping spot I've got scouted just a few miles. This wind is really bad. not today. It's too windy today. I just want to find camping, and I need to work. I'm way behind because of yesterday. I didn't get any work done yesterday, so I'm way behind. Wow, I think this is it.
Walking Box Ranch is currently on the list of historical places. It was a ranch purchased by movie stars Rex Bell and his wife Clara Bow in the 1930s. It's currently closed, but you can go and walk around and explore if you want. I didn't.
Well, what do you think of this for a change of scenery? Yeah. You're okay, Sadie girl. Wow. So, okay. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. This is the first spot on Overlander. I don't like it because it's so big, and it's the first spot, which means I could get company. So, but the road is really narrow. I'm gonna go walk it, even though it's cold. So let's go walk it and check it out. And I know Sadie wants to get out. You want to get out? Let's get out. It's freezing. It's freezing, huh, Sadie girl? Actually, I'm a quarter mile up the road. This is the first spot on Overlander. Oh my God, it is so cold. And I don't like that there's a sign here. I might just stay where I'm at. Oh yeah, there's a trail here. I'm not gonna camp here. Oh my God, it is so cold. No wonder I'm so cold. It's only 37 degrees. It's fucking cold. The low is gonna be 27 tonight. It's good enough for me. And then it warms up from there. So I knew I was going to be at higher elevation. I knew it was going to be a little cold. But reading the reviews on the rest of the sites, the roads don't sound that bad. I'm going to go explore. We're going to go. We're going to do this. You want to go explore? Go a little deeper in? Yeah, come on, let's go. at the first site. We have like less than a quarter mile to go to the second site, which is where I'm going to stop. Easy peasy so far. Ooh. That was a hole. We're doing good, Sadie girl. We're doing so good. We're doing so good. Let's heat it up in here. Heat it up in here before we stop. Huh? What do you think? I know, you're afraid stuff's gonna scrape. The reviews and the pictures showed me that minivans and cars have made it out here, which told me the road was going to be fine for me. I generally have more clearance than a standard passenger car. My clearance on this is really good. That's why I chose it. The only concern is width and height. And I did see a truck camper out here. So I'm generally, depending on how big the truck camper is, I'm wider than a truck camper and a little taller. I know some of them are as big and wide as me, as tall and wide as me, but the one I saw in the picture looked a little smaller. So generally I know I'm fine, and this road is totally fine, mostly straight-ish, so if I even got into a situation where I had to back up, I can back up a half a mile, even more. I think a couple of years ago I backed up a mile in the desert. Not saying it's not going to be interesting. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, I don't know about getting down this. If I can get up it. Okay. I gotta focus on driving this. Easy peasy. My rear end didn't even come close to touching the ground, so I'll be fine getting out. So, as I was saying, my biggest concern coming out here, although also too, you got to keep in mind how old the reviews are. Heavy rain seasons can change roads drastically, especially roads like this. And yeah, they did say the road was a little rough. Just go slow. We should be coming up on that second campsite. You showing me the way, Crow? I think this is it. It is. Yes. All right. This is the second campsite, and I'm gonna take it. What? It's weird that they're developed, but look at this. Perfect. Score. Big score. Look at this. It's freaking beautiful. Now I got to figure out which direction. So the wind is coming hard, 40 miles an hour gust from the north mostly, a little northwest. So I need to point my nose in the direction of the wind for minimum, I'm thinking at this point, minimum rocking, but also minimum cold. So I'll get out and figure that out. Right on the money where I am. So let's just see how level we can get. This is amazing. balance, Eager. We're gonna try to get level and then we're done. Hey.
You know, I've been talking a lot lately about how times are tough and I'm trying to do a better job of taking care of myself. And part of that is making sure my skin is healthy. You know, I don't care about trying to look 30. That's totally not my thing. I am about aging gracefully and looking my age. But living life the way I do, spending half the year in the extremely humid New York climate and then come into the desert, my dry skin is having whiplash. So I wanted to try Okoa Deep Moisturizing and even their lifting serum. I'm really noticing that my skin is getting kind of beat up, and it's not about trying to look young. It's about feeling good about myself and looking healthy. The first step is to moisturize. You have to moisturize first. My neck is kind of freaking me out a little bit. Yeah, aging gracefully and all is nice, but you know, I want to feel good about myself, especially now and with a new haircut. And then you use the lifting serum, and they said about a dime size. So did you get a good look what I look like? Wow, it feels really good. So the lift is, oh my gosh, wow. Oh, it feels so smooth and soft. So the lifting serum is going to hydrate. It's going to give me long-lasting effects of making my complexion smoother and more vibrant and more elastic. And the Okoa lifting serum has Ideal Lift peptide technology to improve elasticity. And I have super dry skin, but this is suitable for all skin types, whether you have dry skin and you're in the desert like me, maybe you have oily skin. These products work for all skin types. And what I love too is it's supported by a 90-day money-back guarantee. I can really feel my skin tightening. How do I look? How does it look? Do you see a difference? Holy cow, my face looks different, doesn't it? So if you want to try Okoa Dual Action Lifting Cream and the Deep Hydration Moisturizer for yourself, use the link in the video description below and get a special deal using my discount code. All the information is in the video description below. Thanks Okoa for sponsoring today's video. Somewhere around Kentucky, my oven door handle broke. I don't know how that happened, but the plastic on the side broke right off, so there's no place to screw it in anymore. I tried gluing it. Of course, that didn't work because of the heat. Let's try magnets. That won't work. Let me go through my odds and ends and see if I can find something that'll work. I bought a packet of these tension bars the last time I was at Camping World, and I have extras. So I think that'll make a good oven handle. I was trying to think of like something I could buy. A replacement is like expensive, too expensive. I was thinking maybe a stick, but I think this might work. That's too loose. Good enough. That's too loose. I'm going to try to put a nut on the... Yeah, let me put the nut on the other side. And then put... I think that might hold it in place better. Let's try that. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, I only had one of those. This is different. I don't think it's going to work. Oh, it fits. But I don't have a nut. Yeah. I don't have a nut that'll work. I have half a dozen nuts and none of them work on this. That's a bummer. Maybe I can do something temporarily until I get into town and buy another eye-bolt nut set that'll work like the other one. Well, I was able to stack the nuts that I do have. It's wobbly. It's not going to stay. So, but it'll work for now. Look at that. It works. That'll work. Alright, I'm just throwing a bunch of leftovers together. I baked a couple potatoes the other day because it was cold. I had a couple Beyond sausages in the freezer. They've been in there a while, so I'm going to use those up. And then the last couple of days I've been eating white beans and rice, so I'm going to throw that in. Not sure what I'm making yet. It'll go with my broccoli. Maybe sandwiches. Maybe I'll make sandwiches. A little extra tomato sauce. That half a can of tomato sauce has been in my refrigerator for a few days. I'll use that up. I'm using vegetable broth instead of oil, so it doesn't try to keep it from sticking to the pan. And more white beans. I make big pots of beans once a week or so from dry, and then I freeze them so that I have protein whenever I need it for meals. You okay? I know you got upset stomach. I know your tummy's upset. I know. Want some rice? I would love to be able to eat outside, but it is way cold and just the wind here it's been crazy all day. Didn't even go for much of a walk. Went for a little bit of a walk. Oh, somebody heard that word. Hi. Can I eat dinner and then we'll go? Want to come sit with me? Well, thank you. Hi. I know. You know you've had upset belly all day. I know. Can I eat my dinner? My sandwich? No, you don't want broccoli. That might upset your stomach. Want some chicken and rice later? Yeah. Sandwich would be better with some mayo. But I've been really just eating whatever I want lately, and I'm feeling it. So gonna try to get back on track. Yeah, that's no fun. You know what's no fun is waking up with new aches and pains every day. Huh. Alright, I'm gonna finish my dinner and call it a night. We'll do it all over again tomorrow morning. I've been here a week and it's a gorgeous spot. I love it. There's a lot of good walking, but the wind has been bad pretty much every single day. And looking at the forecast, surrounding areas, it's not as bad. I just happen to be on a mountain in a wind tunnel. So I'm going to move on today.
Hi, good girl. Hi, good girl. Where's your ball? Where's your ball?
Even though I came up this nasty spot with no problem, I've been worrying about it every day. I've walked down here pretty much every day, and I am a little worried about going downhill on this and maybe hitting my back end. I should be fine, but I'm gonna take it easy. Take it real slow. Alright, we got that scary part. I've been looking at it every day on my walk. So I'm gonna go low gear. I don't think I'm gonna film because I want to pay attention to what I'm doing. But you can see there's a, you can't see it, there's a dip right there that worries me. Alright, I'm just gonna drive. See how close the rear end is getting to the ground? That's what I'm worried about. But I think I'm already out of the dip. I probably should be looking at the other side. Yeah, look, I cleared it by a mile on that side. So reason tells me that if I'm fine going in, then I'm fine going out, but not necessarily, because coming in I was going uphill, coming out I'm going downhill. Yeah, I'm not spatially, that spatial stuff, I don't do well. Remember all those tests where you had to do the spatial things? I've never been very good at that. So I can't like envision my foot, my tire going in the rut, what my rear end is gonna do. It takes a lot for me to kind of work that out. But anyway, I'm through, totally safe. And the reason I put it in low 1 is because it was downhill, and if I slid, I wanted the engine to be a little bit of a brake in case I started sliding. You know, the engine will help hold you back a little bit. So that's why I put it in low 1. If I'm going down anything super steep and I'm worried about sliding, well, if I'm going down anything super steep anyway, I'll put it in lower gear.
But even, you know, if I am worried about sliding, the engine will kind of help slow you down a little bit. I mean, it's not going to keep your tires from rolling, I don't think, but I don't know. That's what I do.
I hope you enjoyed this leg of my journey, and next week I have some really fun stuff, including a quirky little artsy town, a ghost town. I actually spend the night in a ghost town and do some exploring there, so I have a lot more to come. And thank you all so much for being here. Your support, along with the support of my sponsors like Okoa, keep this channel going. So if you want to check Okoa out for yourself, check the link in the video description below for my special deal. And if you like my content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next Sunday. In the meantime, be happy, be free, and be kind.